Good, y'all? Welcome to the one and only Pinnacle Gaming. I'm back at it with another video. Today we have a video regarding PlayStation 5's new DualShock 5 controller. Let's get into it. Now guys, there was a link to a very informational blog post, and it pretty much had a lot of information regarding PlayStation 5's new controller. It's called a DualSense controller. Now guys, a lot of this information and quotes are actually provided from Hideki Nishino. He's a senior vice president and platforming of planning and management for. Now guys, moving forward, we got a really good peek into the senior vice president's mindset, and they were pretty much just saying over there at Sony they had many conversations, and what they were saying was after thoughtful, consideration of all the factors, they decided to keep what gamers love the most about the DualShock 4 intact as much as they could, while adding new functionality and actually refining the design and making it better. Yeah, so based on a lot of conversations that a lot of people at Sony had with developers, they pretty much concluded that the sense of touch, within gameplay and also the audio hasn't really been a big focus for games for many, many years. And you know what? They decided that they had a great opportunity with the PlayStation 5 to innovate and, offer game creators the ability to explore, new avenues of how they want to like heighten that, feeling of immersion through the new controller. Now guys, that's what brings us to the key features of the PlayStation 5 DualSense. Now, it has haptic feedback, which we was already heard of. It also adds a variety of powerful sensations that you'll feel when you play, such as a slow grittiness of driving a car through mud. Another feature they also added was they incorporated adaptive triggers into the L2 and R2 buttons of the DualSense, so you can truly feel the tension of your actions, like for example while you're drawing a bow to an arrow, or when you're changing directions really quickly. Moving forward, another feature that they also added in the controller is to change the angle of the hand triggers and also made some subtle updates to the grip. So in other words, the actual overall grip of the controllers will be better, which sounds great. That was also that was kind of a personal problem for me, so to speak. I know when I was using the controller, I wouldn't mind a little bit more grip on there, so I'm happy that they fixed that. Another feature moving forward was that for the buttons, you'll notice that there's no longer a share button apparently, guys. So I remember the DualShock 4, we all know it had a share button. You click it and you'd be able to share and upload and save screenshots and such. But don't worry guys, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily going away completely. What they wanted to tell us was pretty much, in fact, they actually built upon the share button and they actually improved it. And now they have the industry first share button to bring you a new create button feature. Now guys, I'm going to have another video talking about this create button feature in further detail. If you guys want to learn more about that, you can check that out. Another amazing feature they also added in the DualSense controller is they also added in a built-in microphone array, which will actually allow us to be able to easily chat with our friends without needing a headset. Now guys, this may seem like a bit of a weird idea at first, but you gotta lean into it, guys, and you really gotta think about this objectively. If they have a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, right, and it actually has a built-in mic, it's actually going to save consumers a lot of money in the long run, because at the end of the day, not everybody in the world has money for a headset. For those unfortunate enough to not have the ability or have the money to buy a headset, especially after buying such an expensive console, this will be a legitimate option that they can actually explore. And guys, for all we know, it might be used in other ways throughout games. Moving forward to our last feature that we have so far that we know of is that the DualSense actually has been tested by a wide range of gamers with a variety of hand sizes. So in order for the people at Sony creating the controller, in order for them to achieve the comfort level that they wanted, they made sure that it was tested with people with smaller hands, big hands, and everything in between to ensure that it'll be comfortable and as ergonomic as possible for the consumer. And that is something that I personally appreciate. Now guys, everybody over there at Sony and also the senior vice president also emphasized this point. And the point is that, what is the overall goal of the DualSense for the PlayStation 5? Pretty much coming from everybody at Sony, the overall goal for the DualSense is to give gamers the feeling of being transported into a game world as soon as they open the box. They pretty much want gamers to feel like the controller is an extension of themselves. They want it so that we're so immersed that we forget that the controller is even in our hand. And you know what? That's a very commendable, line of thinking, because, if you could even achieve anything close to that, it would be an amazing feat. A feat that would actually not only add to our gaming experience as a whole, but it would also be able to help elevate gaming from what it is now to what it will become in the future. Now, guys, last thing I want to talk about before I wrap up this video is pretty much a quote coming from Jim Ryan. He's the president and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Now, guys, this quote was talking about PlayStation 5's new DualSense controller, and Jim Ryan had this to say about it. DualSense marks a radical departure from our previous controller offerings and captures just how strongly we feel about making a generational leap with the PlayStation 5. The new controller, along with many innovative features in the PlayStation 5, will be transformative for games, continuing our mission at PlayStation to push the boundaries of play. Now, and to the PlayStation community, I truly want to thank you for sharing this exciting journey with us as we head towards PlayStation 5's launch in holiday 2020. We look forward to sharing more information about PS5, including the console design, in the coming months. End quote. Now, guys, what I got from this quote was pretty much that, over there at Sony Interactive Entertainment, Jim Ryan personally feels like they feel very strongly about making a generational leap with the PlayStation 5. So when the PlayStation 5 comes out, they not only, want to, make it stronger and faster, they want to innovate in as many ways as possible and try to really give us a next-gen experience. And I feel like that's, that's the result of this new controller, PlayStation 5's DualSense. Now, guys, one more detail that I took from this quote, it was kind of all the way at the end. What Jim Ryan was saying was pretty much that he can't wait, to pretty much unveil the PlayStation 5's console design, and that's exactly what's going to happen in the coming months. I'm very excited to hear that because I know we've all been dying and been wondering, what does the PlayStation 5 look like? And soon we will know within the next couple of months, according to Jim Ryan. So I'm very excited about this news. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. As soon as it comes out, I'll make sure I have a video uploaded about it, and you guys can check that out. But yeah, guys, honestly, I'm excited for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. I can't wait to see how they implement all these new features. And honestly, I love the look of the new controller. I'm just being honest with you. Especially if they start adding more colors to it. But yeah, y'all, until next time, thanks for watching.